Hey guys, it's SJ and this is Baby Name Mondays. Each week on my channel I do a new themed baby name list, and this is one that we have talked about doing for nearly the whole year I've been doing these videos, which is literary baby names or unique girl names taken from books. I don't know why it's taken me so long to do it. I think it's because I love books so much. I have an English literature degree, I read all the time, and I love all the names on this list, and it just seemed so massive. But I have my top picks, some of my top picks. I'm sure I will do this again. I'll definitely be doing the boy version next week. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you love baby names, and there's so many new people. I would love it if you said hello to each other again in the comment section below. Let us know your kids' names. Let us know if you're pregnant and you have any questions about your baby's name. This is a really positive community, and yes, we won't tell anyone in real life, don't worry. So you can try a name out on us. So let's get on with my top pick of unique baby girl names based on books. So the first one is such a beautiful name that I'm so excited to say is massively on the rise, and that is the name Arrietty. Did you used to love, or do you still love, The Borrowers? So The Borrowers is a British book written in the early 1950s, and it tells the story of very small people who live in the walls of houses, and they survive by borrowing things from the big people. And there's a family called the Clock family. Yeah, the name of the dad is Pod, and then his wife Homily, and they have a daughter who's like kind of the main protagonist, I guess. She's called Arrietty. So Arrietty is an absolutely beautiful name, and there were actually 16 baby girls named Arrietty last year. So it is so modern sounding, it is so beautiful. It does have a name meaning. It is not an official name claimed by any country, but the sounds Ari and Etty come from kind of Greek names, from kind of Persian names, and putting the sounds together it would mean something like lion star or the greatest star. So that's beautiful name meaning as well. Arrietty is a very, very cool character. She is kind of very educated. She educates herself with these mini little books, and her mum really supports her, but she wants to change the world. Through reading she understands much more about life and the big people and the little people, and there went on to be about 4 more stories about the borrowers. So she's a real cool little feminist girl. She's a really good fan. The book is amazing. It's very, very magical. I hope they bring out a new movie of it soon. There's been a few adaptations. But what do you think of the name Arrietty, and had you heard it before? I absolutely love all the Jane Austen books, and a name I absolutely love from her books is the name Marianne from Sense and Sensibility. I was so torn between Marianne and Eleanor, who are the 2 sisters. I love both of the names, but I've just gone with Marianne because I think it is so unique. It's only at number 1184 here in the UK, and it sounds so beautiful. Marianne also is the more kind of created, whimsical, spontaneous sister. So in Sense and Sensibility, she's the sensibility and her sister Eleanor is the sense, and it's the story of these 3 sisters whose father dies, and Jane Austen was writing a lot about inheritance and how that worked, and how the family, because they were all girls, didn't get to enjoy that inheritance and were taken over by, I think, their cousin, and they go and live in a very, very small cottage, and it's about their love lives as well. So she is Marianne Dashwood. I also love Dashwood, and I also love Willoughby. I just love it. Kate Winslet plays Marianne in the movie, and she was one of her very first roles, and I just loved her straight away in this role as well. There's another big reason why I love it. Okay, so I'm going to chuck in a couple more unusual ones now. How about the name Scout for a girl or a boy? But from literature, Scout is a tomboy from To Kill a Mockingbird. This name is going like boom at the moment for girls, and it's not surprising considering Atticus has really boomed and Harper, after the author, has really, really boomed. This is such a famous book. Her real name is Jean, her nickname is Scout for her kind of tomboyish ways, and she comes in right at the beginning. She is a bit of a tough character. She's a bit different from the rest. She comes in fighting a lot and all that stuff that we know about her. But it's a really, really cool name. I absolutely love it. Ask your partner now, would he ever go with Scout? Because my husband would definitely be a no. But it's gone up over 1,000 places just in the last 3 years. So honestly, we are going to be hearing lots of girls named Scout coming up. I'll come back to my Shakespeare names at the end, but how about the name Heidi? I loved the story of Heidi when I was little so much. Heidi is a Swiss book and it's one of the best-selling books of all time. I did not realise. Have you all read Heidi? I must have read it first and then I definitely watched it on TV because I loved her little bed in her granddad's house at the top, and then Heidi goes to live there and then she is taken away, isn't she, and put with a family to help look after a little girl named Clara, and there she learns a lot more about religion and forgiveness and all this good stuff, and then eventually gets given back to her grandfather, who she is so excited to be back with. And it's just a beautiful story. It just captured our hearts. It's got it all. It's a very involving story, and Heidi is a Swiss name. It is absolutely lovely. Do you like the name Heidi? There's quite a few celebrities named Heidi. It's at number 84, so it is a popular one. It is most well known for the book, but it means of noble birth. So yes, it's a lovely, interesting one. If I had a Heidi, she would definitely have some sort of Swissy type of room with like a little high bed. She'd hate me forever because she'd have her plaits all the time. No, but I just do really think the name is unusual, pretty, and a bit special, and so well known for being a literary name. I think you'll love this next one. It is from the huge smash selling book The Help. There's so many cool names in that. The main character's nickname is Skeeter, which I also love, but I chose Abigale because I think it is so pretty. Isn't it just such a beautiful name? Abigale is the African American maid in The Help, and a lot of the book is written in her first person narrative. It's a Hebrew name which is so popular at the moment, and it's also got a nature meaning because it means land of meadows. It's got that gorgeous A that we love. It's so popular. All our most popular names begin with that sound. We've got Amelie, we've got Amelia, we've got all of those. We've got Adeline, which is so popular, and Abilene is a really pretty alternative to all of those. I just think it is gorgeous. She's such a cool character. She is from Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson is so popular. Imagine having a Jackson and Abilene. You would be very like into that book if you did. And a cat called Skeeter. But it's a really lovely one. I really hope that you like it. What do you reckon of the name Abe? This next name is so pretty, but I've not actually read the book, but I'm sure you have, and it is the name Tess, from Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Now, I've not read the book, and I just read the synopsis of the book, and oh my goodness, what a story. She ends up having a baby named Sorrow. Then she has a partner called Angel. Like, the names are incredible in this book. What a writer. But Tess of the D'Urbervilles, Tess itself is just such a vintage, beautiful name. I absolutely love it. I know a couple of girls named Tess. I know 3 Tesses, and I just think that they're all lovely people, and the name suits them so well, and there's always such a simple, one syllable but beautiful, literary, vintage, old-fashioned but modern sounding name. Can I give you enough reasons to like the name Tess? What do you think of when you hear the name Tess? Do you associate it with a book? I really associate it with being a vintage literary type of name, even though I've never read the book, and I just think it is a gorgeous name for a baby girl. And last up are 3 Shakespearean baby names. The most popular one at the moment is the name Ophelia. It is back with a humongous boom, Ophelia being Hamlet's lover who eventually goes insane and drowns herself. So just goes to show you don't have to pick a really perfect heroine for a name. We don't mind a tragic heroine as well. It's just a gorgeous name, and it means help. It is back with a beam. I read so many forums and it is universally loved. All the nicknames people are loving. Fifi, Mrs. Meldrum has a middle name Ophelia, my other friend Rianne has a middle name Ophelia, and one of my school mum friends, she has a Herbie, Bernie and Ophelia. She's got the coolest names ever, and I just really like it. It is definitely one that's going to be massively rising, even more than it has already. It's already at number 212. So if you want a Shakespearean name that's a little less popular, how about Cordelia from King Lear? I definitely talked about this name before. I studied King Lear at school and at uni, and this name always stuck out to me. I absolutely loved it. And it means heart, and in Welsh apparently it means jewel of the sea. As I've read, I know sometimes this research isn't correct, but I really like the name Cordelia. I love the strong C, I love the D. I always think a D name is so elegant and cool and a bit edgy. Cordelia was King Lear's only faithful daughter, and it's just a name that is kind of creeping on the heels of Ophelia. Wacky and out there is the name Hero as a feminine name from Much Ado About Nothing by Shakespeare. She's not one of his most well-known female characters because she doesn't say very much, but she is a very strong part of that book. Apparently her name is said 59 times throughout the play, so I reckon that Shakespeare really loved this name. So I read a lot of forums to get people's opinions on the name Hero, wondering if it's just a bit too out there, but actually it had a really overwhelmingly positive reaction on forums. What do you think of the name Hero? There is a celebrity here in the UK who called her daughter Hero. I had a bit of a backlash, but celebrities, we're always going to have some sort of opinion, and we're all going to have an opinion anyway on a baby name, and I always think, listen to the opinions if it's going to bug you, but if you love it, go for it. And I think Hero could make it back onto a few people's baby name lists. Let me know. Don't forget to say hi in the comments below. Don't forget to carry on this list, add as many as we can. I'm going to do the boys next Monday, so do subscribe, and tomorrow there will be a day in the life with me and my little kiddywinkles, so yes, watch that as well, and I will see you next Baby Name Monday. Bye everyone.